Hi, Bella. Welcome. Welcome to the podcast. I'm glad to have you here. I'm quite impressed. Thank you very much for taking the time off your busy schedule to be here. I look forward to having a good discussion with you. But first, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you came about creating or being working with Elitec Fusion?
Hi, thank you for having me in this podcast. If you basically my background when I started with in IT was not always in IT. I was actually a medical student.
Okay.
So I went to the university to do my bachelor's for in a general biology. I took one or two IT courses at that time, but they were not really they didn't really attract me so much. So I started working as a medical assistant there. What I found interesting was the software that the doctors would use to record and to maintain the medical records. At that time, we had both paper and computer. So nowadays, everything is computerized. There's no paper at all.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, we had like big folders of file for patients and then as well as their medical records on the computer because when asking for referrals from the insurance company, we had
Right.
to also do that through the medical records. So then I did my master's as in public health. And when I went for an internship, which was the requirement for the graduate degree,
Right.
did my internship in Skokie Health Department in
Right.
Chicago, one of the villages in Chicago. And when I went there, I was very impressed with the IT department they had. They had a QA who
Yeah.
was working on something related to their records and was testing it. So I just happened to, so every week we had turns. I had
Mm-hmm.
turns. One week I would be in one department like environmental health. The second week I would be, so this was like my last week of working as internship and completing my hours.
Yeah.
And at that time, when I went to that week was supposed to be in IT department.
Wow.
I started talking to her. It really interested me. I found it very interesting of how she was doing testing. And she said that I'm a QA. So then when I saw that after graduating, I went in for a QA. So I basically am the CEO of Elitec Fusion as well as a QA, which is a quality assurance engineer also. So I'm doing both
But
responsibilities at one time.
wow. So if you had to describe Elitec Fusion's mission in one sentence, like in brief, what would that be?
Basically, women empowerment. We
Women
go
empowerment.
that because we are women owned and
Okay.
operating IT solutions. So our basically main slogan is tech solutions powered by women.
Yeah.
And then an IT company that believes in 100% customer satisfaction. Vision and satisfaction is our main goal. So we not only work on what the client what it's out there, but we also focus on what our clients want because a lot of the IT companies that we see, which are big IT companies, they basically focus on getting clients. They are not
Right.
more concerned
Yeah.
with
Once they get a
what.
client, then the customer satisfaction part is not taken care of.
Yes.
Wow. So let's see what they do. So what are some of the biggest challenges you faced, like when starting out as a C?
The biggest challenging was because I'm the CEO.
Right.
So my main challenge was first of all getting clients. That was one
Wow.
of the
Okay.
main things.
Yeah.
And then when I was working with clients, getting to see like we understand what they're looking at, but
Right.
and what their vision is, but getting to see what we want, what we are doing for them, and to make what they
Mm-hmm.
want satisfactory for them and
Right.
a success for them. Because a lot of times there are some clients, just like we have different type of human beings
Yeah.
with different abilities
Different
and with different
characters. Different. Yeah.
behavior trends. The same thing we have with clients. Some clients are very, very open to what we want to tell them and explain them while we're working with their user requirements. And some are like, no, this is how I want it. That's how I want it. I don't care.
Wow. So that's quite challenging. Why do you say, when you're looking for customer service, customer satisfaction, people come with different
Yes.
requests and how you satisfy one customer may not be the same way what it takes to satisfy another customer. One customer can be very demanding, another one can be less demanding. But there's a question I do want to ask you as a tech founder. Many of them struggle with doing everything by themselves, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
come across like that person, you really want to get things done with many hats by yourself. How did you learn to delegate or build a strong team?
So in the end, it's what customer wants and what they want, what the client wants. So we do, if they say, no, this is how, like, let's say website building. There's a
Right.
customer who has an e-commerce website, and he or she has certain ways that she wants the website to look. So we we talk to her, take their user requirements, and if there's something that I feel like
Right.
it's not going to be a good thing or a professional for them,
Mhm.
we basically keep it neutral by saying, okay, this is what our suggestion is.
Right.
This is what we think it should be. If the customer says, okay, well, let's go with what you are saying, and I want to see how I trust you, and I want to see how the website looks. So then we say, okay, let us do this, and then we'll have a team meeting with our team, and then we'll get back to you what they think of the changes. If they like the changes, then I will bring it to you. If they don't like the changes, then I will tell them, okay, then I will let you know what we should do, what our team thinks.
That makes
And
sense.
if if the client just says, no, I don't care, I just want it this way, the way I told you,
Yeah.
then we say, okay, well, they're the clients, it's
They're
their
the client. The
website.
client's choice, right?
Yeah, and saying the slogan that the client is always correct, we kind of take it with that.
Yeah, he pays the piper, you pays the piper, dictate the tunes. There's one thing, when I look at Elite Tech Fusion and their services, it looks like they sit in a very competitive space. Do you think sets your solutions apart? What sets you apart from the other
So
solutions?
it is a competitive business. First of all, IT itself is a very competitive business. The thing that sets us apart is the fact one thing is that we are an all women organization.
Right.
So we have women. My team is all women. We have no men.
No made. Okay. I you plan to keep it that way.
No, I mean it might change depending on how our requirements are. Like, we have developers who are male, but they're like behind the picture.
Okay. Okay.
But in
Supporting.
front of the
Yeah.
clients, we
Yeah.
have ladies only who are
Ladies. Okay.
servicing the clients. And then we make it very easy for the clients to pay, first of all, because
Okay.
IT, when you say IT services, it comes out with a long,
Yeah.
expensive list. So we basically, what we look at is, being an organization and being an company. We know that earning nowadays with how things are going can be really hard.
Can be hard. You're right.
We don't, and client retention is one of the main things. So we make it very easy for our clients to pay.
Makes
And we
sense.
make it in such a way that if, let's say, we are offering a certain amount and they say, well, our budget only allows us to say do this much,
Right.
then we sit down with them, we match their budget, and we say, okay, let's see how we can get the most and
Mhm.
give you the most in this amount of money that you are willing
Yeah.
to
So
offer
you're
us.
always adapting or customizing service
Customizing,
to the
adapting, and also going what is in
the
scope.
client. So let me give you maybe the opportunity to let maybe the listeners know which market do you serve and what are some of the services that you may offer people who may not know. I know you're a tech company in a very competitive space, but which market do you serve? Which
We
area? Which
serve
geographical? Do you have any restriction regards to geographical area or client type?
serve the whole United States and
Okay.
Canada. And if we don't have clients from abroad or internationally right now, but we just have clients for in the United States. So any state, any city,
Right.
we are not just focused only on Chicago, but focus on all cities and all states of the United States and Canada.
And you are based out of Chicago, right?
We're based out of Chicago. We are in northwest, one of the northwest suburbs, Arlington
Okay.
Heights.
And what are some of the key services that your clients may get? Some of your services, just maybe one or two top of the line services that you provide.
So the services that we provide, which I would say are top of the line, is, first of all, it's the branding and business logo option.
Right.
Then we have a basic management. So different clients, some clients will say, well, we just want a logo. We can't understand what type of logo to do. So
Right.
then a lot of times designing a logo, for example, I think for Elitec Fusion, designing a logo was very hard.
Right.
We ended up like we were We came into existence in 2024, but
Right.
then we changed our logo in 2025. So it's about based on our experience. Logo needs to be attractive, not only attractive, it also needs
But
to attract customers. Like
customers, you're right.
what your statement stays on the logo, it
Right.
affects a lot. So we have
Wow. I know.
businesses with that.
Today there's a lot of technology evolution. How are you leveraging AI, automation, or other emerging technologies to stay ahead of the curve? Do you?
So we have, we adapt to AI when we need, depending on. So nowadays it's called as everything as a service platform,
Right.
which is where AI is one of the main, and automation is one of the main uses.
Right.
As a QA, we do manual and automation.
Automation. Okay, makes sense.
But when you're working with customers, AI's technology is incorporated in the software that they want. So a
Right.
lot of times in the software, if they have a software, they have a website and they need a software and they want AI to be shown on their website, then there are certain softwares that we help them integrate their website with. So this is
Right.
how we bring AI into existence.
Do you have any story to share?
Then bring up my experience as a QA, which is quality assurance engineer. When I came into the field as the QA, I used to think that QA is something that is appreciated everywhere.
Right. Mm-hmm.
From my experience, it's not,
It's
because
not appreciated.
first of all, when an application is being made, the developer already knows the ins and out. They know what is going to break the application. They know what is going to keep the application as is. They know, because it's their baby. They're creating it, and they become super protective of it. Also, when QAs come in, QAs are not basically given that information. And when I when I would be hired as in the institution as a QA,
Right.
I would not know the ins and out of the application.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
just be told as these are the user requirements, these are the features,
Right.
and we want you to test this application.
Make
And
sure it's
me
working.
coming in and saying, okay, this is what's wrong with your application. This is what you need to fix. It was not taken so easily.
Right.
It was
It's
not
not taken.
taken so nicely.
Yeah, I know. So I know. So what's the biggest bottleneck slowing down your operations right now? Do you some the challenges is just client acquisition, lead generation, or any other internal bottleneck that you may want to share?
So as a business, running a business, especially small business like ours, I would say client are one of the main challenges.
Right. Client
So when you
acquisition.
start into the market with 2020 and the COVID coming in, and then a lot of the companies offering a lot of the services that are similar to what IT services are, but they don't live up to their mission, there's a lack, there becomes a lack of trust in the
Right.
community.
I see.
So bringing clients into our company and showing them and giving them trust, this takes time. Lead generation was in the beginning, was when we came into existence. Our main challenge was lead generation, but we focused on how to get the leads,
Yeah.
qualified leads. So me and my team uses the CRM. So we have a whole list of qualified leads that we use.
Right.
But a main concern I would say with any small business is retaining clients.
Retention. Wow, that's good. Yeah.
Retention of clients.
Yeah. Are there any processes in your company that still feels too manual or that are time consuming? Do you
For client retention or just in general?
in general?
I mean, too manual, you mean?
Right, like manual, like you remember we were talking about automation before, and then leveraging AI tools to make the office more smart.
We use both actually.
Right, that's good.
So like in lead generation, through the CRM,
Right.
me and my team, we do manually, and then we also do automation so that, the emails automatically go out, the leads are automatically captured. So
That's
we
good.
do both.
That's nice.
Because it's not, we can't do just manual.
It's tough, right? So if you had to free 10 up to 10 hours of a week for your team, for your leaders, where would that be? If you say, you know what, there's something I want to do to free up 10 hours, if this is what I can do to get them
For
off.
the team?
Yeah.
I would say take the time off, like take time off.
Yeah,
relax.
what would that be that is taking their time off that you would want to take off so that they don't spend 10 hours a week doing.
That's one of the main concern. That is one of our main goal also as a company, that we don't only focus on clients, we also focus on our employees.
Right.
So that me and my team does not over stress themselves.
Right. But is there anything internally that would consume up to 10 hours a week that you want to take? Maybe, you know what, maybe you guys are listening, taking calls, maybe you're closing clients or something internal that you say, okay, you know what, I could take this from you and free up 10 hours for something else.
No, usually it would be me doing the work for the client themselves. A
Right.
lot of times I'm the one who's doing
Exactly.
it.
So you're doing the
And
work for the client.
my online virtual assistant, who's also a cybersecurity expert.
Okay. So wow, that's good. That's good. That's pretty much but that's pretty much what you want to do, right? You want to automate as much as possible. You want to create some of these issues. But if there is still one area what area of business where you maybe want to improve on automation, what would be that would make a massive difference? Which area would that be?
It would be client retention, being a
Client
new
retention.
business.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Now let's I know we're running out of time. We're coming to the end of it, but what's one piece of advice you would give to founders or business leaders navigating today's tech lead landscape, especially for ladies or women founders? What piece of advice would you give them?
As a business CEO, you have to be, in general, doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, you have to be very, very patient and open.
Patient.
You have to be a good listener. You have to be observer. And you have to be a leader who is always willing to teach and help their employees whenever they need. In here, it doesn't matter if, okay, you know what, I'm a CEO, I can
Right.
be doing this work. That
It
is
doesn't
out of
matter.
question.
You
When
have to be
you
dynamic. You have to be everywhere.
have to be dynamic, you have to be multi-skilled.
Yeah.
And
Multitask.
that is one of the things that from being a QA, I learned,
Right.
because wherever I went, I was the only QA. So I ended up creating departments for them, for the
That's nice.
company.
That's nice.
And
So
in that case, I became a good listener and an
good
observer.
listener. You listen to what they do. Wow, that's cool. Now, where can our listeners learn more about you and Elitec Fusion? They probably are interested in learning about your product, about your services. Where can they check this out?
So they can visit us on our website on elitecfusion.com. We are also on social media. We have Instagram social media account, Facebook, TikTok. Our company always puts in some information videos regarding how we can help them. So they can find out this through on our social media platforms. They can also call us on 708-292-8938. And then they
Right.
can also email us.
And they can book an appointment. And wow, that's good. Wow. I mean, Bella, thank you. We're here with Bella, the CEO of Elitec Fusion, based out of Chicago. Thank you very much for joining the Come to Our podcast, the Smart Office podcast. We look forward to getting you again once more, probably sharing in your vision, sharing on your journey and how Elitec Fusion is great. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you so much. It was great to meet you, and looking forward to any more other podcasts that you may be having.
Sure.